We're live.
Are we live?
Woo-hoo.
It's time.
Yeah, we're time.
Hey, Javi, I wonder how many people are going to come out for us today.
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, yeah, really, yeah. How would you know, right? I'm just wondering out loud because this is a weekend where people are having their last hurrah.
Hurrah.
Yeah. You ever heard that expression before? The last hurrah. That just means like they say the flower bed's having its last hurrah. That means that, oh, there's Chris. Hey, Chris. You're the first one, honey. Man, you're right there. Let's see who else shows up. Yeah, I don't know what I was saying. We're talking about flowers having the last hurrah. Well, Labor Day in the United States is kind of a holiday where people have their last hurrah of summer, you know. Like, because a lot of the swimming places, you know, they close.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, you're from Florida, so you wouldn't think of that, but you know, yeah, around here, they like the park pool, the pool down at the park.
Oh, yeah,
you know, it closes.
It probably closes.
Yeah, it does close. After Labor Day, it closes. Kids go back to school. That's the end of it. Actually, probably the kids have already gone back to school.
Yeah, they are.
But I don't keep track of that because I don't have a kid in school. But anyways, okay, now where did I put that thing? Oh, here it is. Listen, oh my goodness! I looked down and then I look up. I was like, "Whoa! Look at all you guys! This is great." Nancy, hey, it's so nice to see you, Nancy. I'm so glad you came. You're so fun. And let's see who else is here. Deb, Nicola, Debbie. I read somewhere in the feed you were going away. Of course, you know what? It doesn't matter if you go away because when we're in Burbank, we're on here. So yeah, you can do this anywhere, right? Anyway, I hope you're having a nice trip, or you will have a nice trip, and that you will avoid the Labor Day traffic.
Oh, yeah.
Because it gets nasty.
See, that's what I would try
Let's see.
to do.
Melissa and Harpo are here. Pat Pardon, our Woodstock girl, is here. Hey, Marcia. Oh, before I forget, Marcia asked me to remind you. I made a sticker. Where did I put it?
A sticker.
Marcia, where am I supposed to? Here it is.
Oh, it's right there.
Okay, Marcia's going to remind me. Anyway, you guys know that we have these design challenges at Beads and Boutiques Creative Group. And I think most all of you are on there. If you're not, Betty Strongman joined us this week. She's kind of the silent type. But Betty finally came on Facebook and joined us as a group. Yay, Betty! Hi from Chicago. Hi from East Palestine, Ohio. Anyway, oh, here's Jacqueline Joyce from the state of Washington. So glad you joined us. Now, what was I saying? I got distracted because I was so happy that Betty came on with us this week. But anyway, we have these challenges there. And Marcia Tuzzolino and Jan Tagg manage them. I don't hardly have much to do with them. In fact, sadly, there's so much stuff going on here for me to try and run this place that I don't even get to participate a lot of times, but I'm real happy to give the gifty, and you can win a gift if you're in the challenge. Well, they try to make them easier, and they're for 2 months, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And then this time they had beach colors, and it was about beading.
Ooh.
And Marcia and Jan are fantastic beaders. Don't know if you know that, but, you know, they are. Jan's won prizes. So maybe Marcia has too. But anyway, so they take care of all that. They sit down once a year and they plan out all the challenges, all the color palettes, all this stuff. And then they tell people, okay, this is the metal color you use. This is the color of beads or findings, whatever you know you're going to use. Pick out 2 and 1 metal color and go for it. And you've got like 2 months. Well, you know, we're kind of in the summer doldrums. You know, you wouldn't tell it by how many of you came out today. Laurel says she's going to have fun with her gift. Yes, you are. Oh, hey, Carol, how you doing? It's good to see you. So anyway, I give the gifty. They do the color challenge. You spend a lot of time putting it together. These girls are good with color. You got 2 months to do this, and then, you know, post it on Pinterest. Anyway, put it on the group and then Pinterest board. I'm not being clear. Okay. Calm down, slow down, Brenda. Anyway, so we have a challenge that's about ready to come to an end. It's beach colors, and we've had some pretty beaded work, but we don't have enough. We only have, I think, last I looked, you can correct me, Marcia, if you know, I think we have 11, and we have got to have 20 to get a gifty. That's the same with Work Table Wednesday. We have to have 20, can't do it. Well, this weekend it was tough getting 22 because, you know, like I say, everybody's on their last hurrah of summer. They're getting ready for you know, picnics and fun this weekend, or cleaning up the garden, or sending kids back to school, or you name it.
Or they're trying to fix up their shop so they can sell
Yeah, or
stuff.
fixing up your shop so you can sell stuff, she says. Okay, it sounds like a girl who knows. So anyway, so we didn't get quite the participation, and I feel bad when that happens for Jan and Marcia, because they really do work for our group very hard. They work behind the scenes. That's not the only thing they do for us. And I can always count on them when I'm gone away to take care of things for me too. And they do an absolutely fantastic job. So they went ahead and they extended their challenge. It was supposed to be over yesterday, but they extended it for another week. So let's see what it said. The August Design Challenge is extended till September 9th. So if you want to participate, come to the Bisou Boutiques Creative Group, and I think Marcia will go ahead and put that color palette up for you again. It's like beach glass colors, actually. And you can get in on it. You got a whole week, all this week, you can get in on it and go for it. And who knows, you could win the gift. I've seen people who came in the last minute and they won. Brand new people, they won. I use the random generator. So I personally don't have anything to do with who wins. I just do the generator, and whoever comes up, that's who gets it, you know. And for those gifts, those challenge gifts, I try to give something, you know, really, really nice, because you know, you have to really think outside the box. The times that I have participated, I found it a little challenging for myself, you know, and I didn't start making jewelry yesterday, you know. But it was a good exercise, and I wish more people would do it. And I'll tell you what, I can't wait to see what the next one is, because things are calming down here just a little bit now that I'm back from Burbank. I have a lot of work to do for the book, but I'll be able to get it done, I think. And I want to be in the next challenge. You know, I want to participate. I think that's maybe part of the trouble too, is that I need to get in there and be part of it. I just haven't been able to. So we're going to see what we can do. But you guys can still get in on it, and I'm going to give a nice gift. And right now, I'm looking for my little nippers, because I want to take the end of this off. I had planned to get these porcelage pieces finished into jewelry, but you know me and my plans. I tend to go south. So I didn't get around in time to get them done, but I figured, you know what? We've had a lot of time working along. We've had a lot of fun working along together, haven't we? So I'm like, okay, let's work at this together, and I'll show you what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And we're just here having fun anyway, right? So it'll all be good. 11 or 12, Marcia says now. 2 of the colors and 2 different Bisou chains. Okay. Well, Marcia, when you get time, if you can post that palette again or bump it from wherever it is, would be good, because maybe some of these girls will want to come over and jump on, because they probably have stuff at home that they can use. You know, and you don't have to make stuff that's complicated either. You know, you just got to get the colors right. Yeah. You know, Javi, you should be doing them too. Listen to that nasty little laugh. Well, heck, I got enough to do around here. Yeah. You know what? You should, because, oh, she does gorgeous beads.
Does it have to be like a necklace? Or
no.
Like
the only thing that we say when we do challenges, and I'm the same way,
okay.
Jan has the earrings challenge on Sundays.
Yeah,
of course, there's one today.
Sometimes I put that, but
yeah. Okay, so you can't just do a pair of earrings for the you know, bi-monthly challenge. You need to do a bracelet or a brooch or something beautiful, or you know, something that's you know, makes a little statement.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what they want. Let's see what Betty says here. I will try to submit something this week. Betty, you know, I would love that, because I haven't seen your work yet, and neither have these people. And I tend to think that it must be pretty spiffy, you know. So that would be delightful if you would. And Debbie says she's going to try to get something done too. And we love to see Debbie's stuff. Debbie's got some great ideas.
Oh, yeah, she does.
She's got some great ideas. She uses a lot of Bisou stuff. And Marcia says she uses a random generator too. Yep. It comes in handy, doesn't it? Because you don't have to feel like, you know, you're responsible for anything. You just count them up and put the number in and see what it says. And that's that. So it's good. Hey, Gloria Allen, how you doing? Are you healing up over there? Last I knew, you were kind of suffering along with your leg or your knee, was it? I hope you're doing better. Marcia says, the next challenge is something awesome with incredible colors. Ooh. Well, in that case, we want to get this one over with, right, girls? Want to get this challenge over with. So September 9th is coming up, and I'm going to do a little prize. And you know what I think I'm going to do in my prize? I was thinking about this, because I do feel bad for not being able to participate so much of the time. We're coming down the home stretch on this book, and it's, you know, I've told you guys before, I love the fact that I'm doing it. I will have no regrets when it's done, none, whatever, but it's been hard. It's been difficult, and now what we're doing is we're editing photos, and we're selecting pictures from their stuff and making pictures of my collection, hopefully some of Ingrid Anderson's, and why am I using those? And some from a lady by the name of Susan Rosen, who worked with Mel and Richard in the beginning, and she has literally some of the oldest prototypes of that line ever. So we got to get her pictures. We got to get them all edited, and then we have some girls who've been working with me since 1928, and they would like to be included in the book. And so we're looking at their pictures and showing Mr. Bernie, see what he thinks, because he's got the final say on everything. And some of them will be in the section about Beast of 1928. So anyway, we're finishing that up. But yeah, what was I saying to begin with? I don't know. We're saying Javi should do it. The pictures. Yeah, well anyway. Oh, Marcia says the next challenge is awesome with incredible colors. I'm looking forward to that, Marcia. So when we get done, we'll see those colors. And she's bumping it regularly, so we'll see it. That's great. Denise says she's got no sound. Bummer. Oh.
Make sure your volume on your phone or your iPad's up.
What about the volume on your phone and your iPad?
Or if you're on the computer, just
turn up your
knob.
Turn up your knob, because I am mic'd up. Are you guys hearing static?
If you guys are, tell us.
We don't hear it, but then we're recording this.
Yeah.
If you're hearing static, please tell me, because on Friday we heard a lot of static, and I think we need to get a new mic, because you know me, I don't talk loud enough, and I have to be mic'd up. So anyway,
I didn't hear any static. I did check on that.
Betty says her jewelry's pretty plain. We'll see about that. Hey, it's her headphones, Denise says. Good, we're glad you're back. Yay, yay, yay. Gloria says, still healing, tendonitis surgery on a foot, still 5 weeks to go in this boot and physical therapy. Oh, doesn't sound like fun, honey.
No.
But you know what? When it's over, it will all be gone, and you'll be feeling so much better. Will you do pre-sales or only general release? This time, for the first run, first printing, it will be general release, because I don't want to take anybody's money ahead of time. But after that, in order to raise enough money to do a second run or a third or whatever comes along, I might do pre-sales. Because here's the deal with that. It's kind of strange. Mel is the financier behind this whole thing, and I did it as a favor to the company, because I always wanted to write a book, but I never really had the money to do it, because it costs a lot of money if you're an indie writer. If you want to submit it for publication to a publishing house, you know, of course they pay for everything, but you get nothing. I'm not kidding. You get nothing, just about nothing. And they have their way with your words, and I didn't want that, so we went indie. Mel's paying for all of it. It's expensive, but I couldn't do that on my own. I wouldn't have had the money to do it. So our deal is that I get 125 copies to sell on my own and keep the money at the end. That's what I get, and I'm fine with it. You guys might be saying, "Oh, no, that's terrible." No, it's not, because basically Mel sent me to school. I learned to do something I always wanted to do, and because of him, and because he let me write a story I love, I got to have my dream. So, you know, hey, it's all good, right? So, but that's the deal. So after that first run, I got to take some of that money, and then I've got to raise money to do a second run, because I think this book will do very well for him on his website and on Amazon, because he gets to sell it too. We mutually own the file. But when mine run out, if I want to keep it alive on my platform, then I need to I need to, you know, have my own books printed, and it's a lot of money there too. So I hope that makes any sense. You asked. I'm bad that way. You know, people ask me a question, I have to tell them like all the way up the hill and all the way down. But that's, yeah. I'll have some later. I will. Melissa says it sounds good over there. No static, no static, no. I'm glad. Hey, Jewelry Treasures by Louise G. I'm so glad you joined us. That's great. Vicki Coleman, hey. Oh, she's jumping on between doing hair. That's awesome. Franny's in the house. Okay, here comes trouble. Here comes trouble. Miss Franny's here. Yay, we like your kind of trouble though, Fran. You're awesome. Okay, Judy Lynn's here. Cassandra. Oh, don't worry about being late. Nobody's ever late. And remember, you know, if you miss part of this, it doesn't matter because it's archived. The only thing that matters is if you want to try and win the gifty for Sunday, then you need to get over here and say something, you know, in the feed.
Yep.
That's the only thing you can miss out on. But other than that, you're going to see everything the same as everybody else. What's the right thing to do? That is the right thing to do, Brenda. What comes around goes around. Well, I can't remember what I said, but that's not unusual. Thank you, Pat. Thank you very much. Let's see. Deb Nicholas, I want a signed copy. Well, that's another thing we're struggling with. You know, the books that I sell will have my name in it, but I wanted to get them so that Mel and I both signed them. And his books go to California and mine come to Ohio. I'm not sure how to pull that off. But I'm working on it. Maybe we do it by means of a book plate or something that we'll sign a book plate, stick it in the book, and you can put it in wherever you want it. You know, that we could do that. Gloria says, it's all good, Mel. Stretch you, touch you. He's been a good... Yes, he has. Sometimes I wanted to kill him, Gloria, as you know. I think you were there one of those times. But, yeah, he's been awesome. He has really been awesome. And he gives me a lot of good business advice, too, which normally I don't do because it's difficult. And this time when I came home, I had to do it. And so I've not been having a great week because it meant that I had to let somebody go. And somebody that I love very much and was a good part of our team for many, many years. But we're hoping we'll have her back before you know it. She wanted to go to India to be a missionary for a while anyway, so I think maybe that's a good time since things are slow and I had to go lean and mean for a little while. So anyway, yeah, it was tough, but we're trying to survive it and just go on. And we have enough people to get the work done, so don't worry that your stuff's going to get slow. She didn't do any shipping anyway, so it's fine. We'll be all right. Okay. Haha, only get some books for writing it. That's okay, Pat. I got my college education. And I asked him if I could write his story, if he'd pay for it. So, hey, you know, I got what I asked for. So, I think he thinks at this time that it's just like a glorified scrapbook. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Wait till he sees it. I wish I had the introduction printed out here so that I could read it to you. You'll see, it's not a scrapbook. No way, Jose. This is a bona fide collector's book, only it's more than a collector's book. It's a book that teaches as well, and I don't believe there's been a book like this. I've written the book systematically, step by step of what they did. Like there's one called Chasing the Business. Making the Money's another one. Steps about the growth of the company. I can't remember them all. Hey, Javi, how about if you go over there right in front of the printer, there's a rumpled up piece of paper. I'll read them to you. I'll tell you what it's about. They're done to teach as well as tell a story. So yeah, there's an introduction which is interesting, and then there's another little piece that we wrote that talks about how I met Bill. And then there's like in the beginning, like when Mel just first got the idea, and then becoming designers when he and Richard decided they're going to make jewelry. From home to a place of their own is 3. That's when they were looking to buy, you know, or purchase space so that they could have a factory. That's interesting. Getting the word out, which means advertising, how to tell people about them. Chasing the business, That's an expression Mel always says, but he's out chasing the business. You know, how to get people to pay attention and buy your stuff. Making the money, it's like, you know, what happens when you make the money and how do you take care of it properly to make your business grow. Then there's making jewelry the 1928 way, and that's a technical chapter where it tells you all the steps that go in making a piece of 1928 jewelry, and you'd be surprised how much of that jewelry is handmade. You'd be amazed. Some of it's mass-produced in steps, but a lot of it's handmade. There's one about changing leadership when they had some really hard things happen to them and they had to get over them. And there's another one called One Big Happy Family that talks about how they party, because I'll tell you what, those people work hard, but they party hard too. It'll be fun. There's another one called Big Fish, Little Fish, and that's my business in comparison to Mel's. So you get my story in the book too. Mel wanted it written that way, so you could see the difference, because we started out exactly the same on a kitchen table. And you could see the difference between the way he went and the way I went when I made my line in the 90s. Then there's one Into the New Millennium, which talks about everything that's happened to them since the year 2000. And then there's a chapter, the last chapter is during the writing of this book, and it's kind of sweet. It talks about being in the fire. Somebody said to me, you got to write about being in the fire over there. So I'm like, okay. And how when Richard came, and I got to meet him for the first time, which was awesome, and all the other people, and just a lot of things that happened while I wrote the book. It was kind of cool. And then after that, we have a little portion on Life Animal Rescue, which is the animal charity that 1928 backs and is run by Mel's wife, Lori. They do a fine work. They save a lot of animals that would be thrown away otherwise. Just thrown away or put down. So they save them, and they find them good homes. So I'm all for that. And that's why I sell those whistles. You guys probably saw them. I just got some more. Those whistles, they're in the dog section, I think, in the animals section of the site. They're not in the regular Beast of 1928, because they're not Beast of 1928, they're Mel's stuff. He designed them.
You could always type whistle in the search box.
Yeah, you can type, if you want to see it, you could type whistle in the search box. They're really cute. They have dog paws all over them and stuff. And I give a little chunk of that back to them. So, anyway. So, we talk about their charity. And then we have a big portion of pictures. And it's going to be my collection. I have a lot of really good pieces. And then, like I mentioned, Susan Rosen's, some of Ingrid Anderson's, and maybe a few other pieces, some that I found at the factory that would be very interesting for you to see. We're going to try to take really good pictures. And then at the end, we're going to talk about Beads from 1928. And some of our pals that are even here with us today will be having some of their designs included in there. So, and they've all been approved by Mr. Burney himself, and we're very excited about it, to be able to share that as well. So it's going to be a great book, and you're going to enjoy it. Thank you, Noi. I'm glad you think it's going to be awesome. Sometimes I wonder, but at the end of the day, I think so too. So anyway. Oh, good, about more whistles. Yeah, we have them, Noi. They're on the website. Just type whistle in up at the text, the search box will come up. Or just get a hold of Jordy. He'll find them for you. You know he loves to help you. So anyway. Oh, Fran says hi to Javi. Woohoo! Hey, Rose Castle. She can't wait until Sunday. Sometimes she might be late. That's okay. Don't even worry about it. Hey, there's Luann. She's here. Yes, let me tell you about my pretty pastels. You guys probably remember the cotton beads. Most of these in here are cotton beads. Javi says we have 20 bags left. And after that, I just don't know. Is Maria Danko here? I think she's here. She was asking earlier about sugar beads. They're a type of sugar bead. But they have cotton middles. They make them lightweight. And they made them in the United States for many years. You'll find them in vintage jewelry. But they kind of don't make so many of them anymore, and they're expensive. I mean, stinking expensive. I only know one place where they make them anymore, and I could never carry them. Plus, these are better. These look better anyway. So these are Chinese. And that's about the only people who make them anymore. But the problem is this nice little girl went into the back room of their factory to find if they had some extra ones that she could sell me. And she found a big load of them, and she sold them to me. But then she says, Brenda Sue, I'm so sorry to tell you, if you want more, you're going to have to buy 200 strands of each color, of each size. So to get a good load, I mean, we'd have them for a long time, but to get a good load, I'd be looking at tremendous money. And I can't do it because I need to invest my money in other things, you know, that you guys want more. So the point is if you like these, get them. I love them. I might have to snag another one myself, although I know I might have another little bag down here in this drawer. But that's the thing about cotton beads. They're very, very, very special. I see some other vendors now who are carrying some of the Chinese ones, but my price is better, and I'm not impressed with the ones they have. So there you go. Hey, Karen Eaton. Hey, Jan. There she is. Yeah, there's Maria. Do you see these, Maria? These little cotton beads? Do you see how they have the bumps on them? That's kind of like the sugar beads. But actually, in the case of sugar beads, usually it's like itty bitty little pieces of glass, like micro beads, or itty bitty pieces of frit, which is the stuff from lampwork beads, and they melt them onto it, and then they colorize it. So, hey, Michelle. Hey, I hope you're having a good supper, Rose. I got to think about making supper later, too. Jordy wants some chili, I think. My husband went to work, so. Anyway, yeah, 200 strands, and that's a lot of beads, Noi, but I have to get 200, like if I want to do 6 millimeter beads. If I want to do those, I have to buy, like if I want lavender, I got to buy 200 lavender, 200 green, 200 peach, you know, to make the same type of mix, 200 of the off-white. And then if I want 4 millimeters, I got to do the same thing. So it turns out to be a ridiculous amount of beads. Now, they're not that big. We can store them here. We have room, but it's just the money that gets tied up, and things are weird out there right now. They always are this time of year, and this weekend is the worst because, like I say, it's the last hurrah of summer, and everybody's trying to go out and have their last fun, get on the boat, ride around the lake, go see their friends, clean up their garden, all that. Now, they're canning, and I bet you Lulu's doing some canning. She's a farmer's wife. I bet she is. I used to can everything that wasn't moving. I loved canning. I was a big time canner, but not anymore. I haven't canned in probably 25 years. When I started doing this business, a lot of that went out the window. So, anywho, so I'm here and I'm working on my pieces from the Porcelage video, and I don't know how many here got to see that video. How many of you guys watched that video? Now confess, did you watch? That's okay if you didn't, because you know what? It's still there. And it's a nicely produced video, too. Javi made it really nice for us. So it's a regular tutorial. Like, some of them were worried that they missed something because I was on and they came along later and couldn't see it, you know. But no, I didn't miss anything. I'm going to have to get up and get some jump rings because I want silver jump rings and I don't see any on here. So hold on a second, guys.
Where are you going, Brenda?
I'm just going right over here. I'm hardly going to move. Okay. See, Javi? I'm not hardly moving. Okay. See, here's on my jumps. So let's just hope I got what I needed here.
I see silver in there.
Huh?
I see silver in there.
Yeah. I want 6 millimeter jumps, and lo and behold, I have some. Yay. 4s might even be better, but yeah, there's a little bead. Alrighty, that's it. I put this over here in case I need one. So I thought, since I didn't get them done, we just kind of do it together, and I get your thoughts about how to put them together. I wanted to show you something first, so you could drool. Look at this. Do you know what these are? Anybody got any idea what these are? Any of my girls out there that took responsible repurposing, do you know what these are? Who knows what these are? I'm going to wait and see if somebody says something.
Okay.
I know you know, Javi, but you probably forgot.
Somebody answered it.
Yes, Karen, they're Haskell pearls. They're 1950s Haskell pearls, fresh from the Japanese factory, packed away in tissue and never touched until recently. And no, I didn't buy them. A dear friend of mine who has a shop, and she's the one vendor that we can go shopping with each other because we don't get in each other's way. Except maybe for these pearls. But she got the stash of the ages. She just happened upon it a few years ago, and she has Haskell pearls out the wazoo. They're not a bit cheap. Anyway, I did her some favors, and lo and behold, one day, I never expected it. This package came in the mail, and I opened it, and I gasped. I don't even want to know how much money's here if I sold these. And I'm not going to sell them because they're too special. These are all the round baroques, and they're the white with the silver cast, which are very hard to find. There's these bigger beads, and then there's these smaller ones, which I kind of prefer this. And then there's a lot of rice beads. So I'm going to hold on to most of these, but I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. Today's winner, from the comments, you know, from the random drawing, I'm going to send you a little bag of these. Now, I had these before. These are Haskell pearls too, and they're also very special. They're Baroque pearls. Just the feel of them is, I just can't describe it to you. And I had these on the site for a while. This is all that's left, so I'm going to see if I can get more. These didn't come from my friend. You can see the difference too in color. These are like the champagne color ones, and these are the so you can see the difference in the color. And pear shape is not easy to find, so that's pretty cool too. And then these are itty bitty champagne pearls that I got. Very hard to find. I found just a little stash of them and I grabbed them. But today, whoever wins is going to get a little bag full of real Haskell pearls from my stash here. I'm going to share it with you. It's probably going to be the only time I share it with anybody. They are spectacular, Marcia. And I'll tell you what else is spectacular. My friend sleuthed around, and I thought I was the world's best sleuth for jewelry. She sleuthed around and she found one of the companies that made these pearls for Haskell. It wasn't just one company. There was one, what's it called? I'll have to share it with you later. It's not in my head right now. But there's one company that made most of them. And in fact, when I was at Mel's, you know what I found? I found a whole vendor's board full of their pearls. So evidently at one time they were considering buying pearls from this company, but I don't think they did. So anyway, but she found another company that also made them, and they're still in business, and they're making them for her however she wants them. And of course, she won't share that resource, and I don't blame her. It's like, I'd tell you, but I'd have to shoot you. So anyway, so yeah, the silver sheen on the pearls is really special. I'm going to give you a few of these, a little bit of the rice pearls, and I'm going to give you the little size too. It's not going to be a whole lot, but they're very precious, and you can make some really gorgeous earrings from them. And they're so, so special because of where she got them. Evidently, the Haskell company did not have them made specially for them, as some people think. They were made for a U.S. distributor, and they got them from that U.S. distributor, and they had a storage place, facility, and there were a few left. And my friend just happened to hear about it and went there and got them. So she's a proud owner of them, and she shared all these with me. I'm blown away. I'm just blown away by this. You know, sometimes good things happen, you know? Sometimes good things happen. I always tell myself that when things aren't going so good, you know? Good things sometimes happen. So just hang in there, because it could turn around, you know? I tell myself that. Every summer at this time, there's just the doldrums, you know, and things are difficult, and I need to make some changes over here anyway, just to be more efficient. You know, everybody needs to. You guys probably do too in your businesses. When you step back and you look at it, you say, you know, I got to change that. So I had to make some changes. And so, you know what? Change is hard. You get used to doing stuff one way, and now you got to do it another way. It's like, I didn't want to do that. But sometimes you have to, you know, and sometimes it's not fun. But I think it's going to be all right. I think we'll be fine. So anyway, I was thinking that I like to put some chain on these things. So I made a bunch of beads over there for myself to use. And what do you guys think? Let's talk about this. Thank you, Nancy. That was really kind of you. What a nice thing to say. Don't worry, Noy. I think I can get a few more. Okay? So don't worry. But anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think this should be like a shorter pendant, like, you know, Chris Kemp makes her shorties, or like 18, 19 inches long? Or do you think this should be longer? What do you think? Should this be like hanging down a little bit, like maybe a 30 inch or 28? Or should this be like 18, 19, 20 inches? She likes it without the top part. Well, that's interesting. I like it with the top part. But maybe I'll swap it out. What would you use instead, though? Because, Nancy, if I don't put the top part on it,
you could put the other.
I'm going to have, you know, through this little hole. No, this is not going to look good.
You could do the other connector that goes into a Y.
Yes, I could find a Y connector from the site, but sadly, a lot of them are out of stock right now.
I think we have like a filigree one.
You want to go get me one?
Let me look it up on the site first.
She's going to go see. I think that one's out. I think Karen bought them all.
Oh.
She's like, I know she's going to run out of these. I'm getting them, you know. But anyway, yeah, this time I'll get more. But I got a big castings bill with Mr. Murray, and I don't like getting more castings until the previous bill is paid. I don't worry so much on the vintage stuff. He doesn't care. But on the stuff he has to make for me, you know, that's only fair. So wait. So let's see what Javi finds. It would not work, sure. Debbie, I agree. I don't think so. I don't think it will work either. It would look stupid. As a matter of fact, I think the spoon part would kind of stick up on your breastbone or something, and it wouldn't look right. So no, it needs to be a longer necklace. And even with the part that Karen didn't like on it, since it's going to be longer, it might give a little bit more to the design because there's going to be a lot of length in it. That's my feeling. And then I thought maybe I would use some of this heavy ball chain, and sadly, no, I don't have any to share. I wish I did. Mel gave me this chain when I was over there one time. He gives me little snips of this and that sometimes.
We have this one.
Which one's that? Does that one require stones in it? Oh, we only have 10 in stock. I don't want to take any of those out. We're out of that one? Yeah, that's the one Karen likes.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, well, there's that
this
one.
One's the one you had set the stones.
But you got to set stones into it. I prefer not to do. She's looking at the site right now. So we might just have to go with it this way, Karen, for this time. And maybe later I could swap it out because all I'd have to do is just, you know, remove the jump rings
or
or
you
whatever.
could just put a bail too.
I could put a bail, which I have silver bails, but I don't think that would be so cute. You know, I mean, I just think with the length coming down.
Because the bail would be perfect because then you can put it wherever you want.
Yeah, it'd be more tactile that way.
Wow. Yeah.
But I guess I'm going to go ahead with this for now. but it can always be swapped out. You know, that's the thing. When you make stuff that's kind of connected together, you always say, oh, I don't like that piece, and I'm going to take it out. So, Melissa says she's going to make chatelaines for her booth at her show in February. You know, that sounds awesome. Boy, I wish I could be there for that.
What
Melissa. She's doing a Charles Dickens festival.
Oh.
So they're going to have a lot of Victorian stuff, I imagine, in that. I don't remember the time. Anybody know when Charles Dickens lived? I think he lived in the 1800s. It was the 1800s. So if it was any time between like 1837 or so and 1901, that was the Victorian period. If you were in the class, you know that. There's 3 periods. Let's see if I can remember them. There's the Romantic period, which is 20 years. Then there's the Grand period, which falls during Civil War. And then there's the Aesthetic period, which is the end.
Yeah, it was the 1800s.
Yeah, it was the 1800s. You look it up. Do you have the dates?
He was born in
He was born in when?
1812.
1812.
And died
There's a
in
war of
1870.
1812. He died in 1870. Okay, just after a Civil War. Okay, that's interesting. Now, since I'm going to have to use this dealio here, should I put it here at this hole or this hole? This is what I think. If I put it here, it should be a shorter necklace because the way it's going to fall, it's not going to fall right. I think closer is better. And I'll show you on another piece in a minute why I say that. What do you call that top piece?
The top piece?
A filigree. When you go to look for it at the site, Fran, if you go, you may even have it, you just don't recognize it. It looks like this. You know, with the wider part at the bottom, like an earring dangle. But I turn it upside down. So that's why it looks like this. So now I'm going to attach some chain. Chain, chain, chain. Now here I found a problem. The chain I wanted ain't going to work. Not there. I'm going to have to hook through here because this little hole's too small. Woohoo! Cindy Baker must live in California too. Hey, maybe you can go down and see Melissa and Harpo when they do their show, Cindy. Riverside is cool. I keep meaning, I've been out that way like 9-10 times now, and I've wanted to just, you know, go pay visits, you know, my friends out there. And I would sure love to come see Melissa, that's for sure. You can bet on that. We would have a howling good time. Andy Hill said, hey, Lori Wooten. So glad you made it. What did she say? Good things happen to good people should happen to you as often as you share with others. So gracious and sending you because, aw, bless your heart. Thank you. You know, it's when your turn. I look at it this way, Lori and everybody. You know, it's like, if, like, say you're in a contest and you don't win it and somebody else wins it and you think, like, well, my work's as good as theirs. What was the problem, you know? It wasn't your turn. That's how I look at it. It wasn't your turn. Carol Burnett always used to say that. When she didn't get a part when she was new to the acting game, she would say, it wasn't my turn. So this part's 4.5, so I'm thinking about 26 inches of this. So, you know, I just look at it. When it's my turn, then good things will come here too. And it won't be the first time either. Because, you know, I've told you before, I started my business with 20 bucks. And I will wager that many of you started it with just a little pittance too. Started your business that way. So, you know, you made it grow. I made mine grow. And it was all good. Whoops. So, yeah, when it's my turn, things will be going my way again. And it'll be all good. So,
Somebody's asking about your chain.
So my chain, who's asking about my chain? Hey, Joan Donovan, I haven't seen you around for a while. Thanks for coming out. When you're here for the book launch, you'll have a howling good time. Yeah, Melissa, maybe you could come to the launch. It's going to be at Greystone Mansion, I think. Do you know that? It's a pretty famous place in L.A. They have a lot of weddings and stuff there, I guess. But it's historic. We're going to have it there. So maybe you'll be able to make it for that one. Because, you know, you'll get to meet all the gang that's in it. You'll get to meet all the characters in the book because they'll all be there. All the old guard will be there. Mr. Bernie will be there. Richard Wallen will be there. Everybody will be there. So I'm looking forward to it. It's another reason to hurry up and get it done because I'm looking forward to the lunch party, you know. Let's see. And have spent many more than $20 since then. Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm going to tell you something staggering. Probably shouldn't, but I'm going to tell you. I've been in this business for 32 years. From that $20, Jordan and I were figuring around one day, and we figured out that this business has had passed through its hands and not get to keep. We've gotten to keep very little bit of money, let me tell you. Nobody gets rich doing this. We've handled over $5 million in the time we've been in business. And that was making people happy. And what we did with the money was pay the helpers and pay the taxes, which are crazy bad, and pay for the supplies. And, you know, if I had a little bit left over, maybe I had a good year, maybe I didn't, you know. It's hard, but I have no regrets. Whatever. None. Okay, so now I've got this chain on it. So, let me see how long it is. If I got my measurements right. Wish I could show you because this doesn't show me, and we can't show me because I don't know how she'd get the phone off there without, you know, giving you a headache. She uses the iPhone to record this. In fact, the girls make most of our stuff with the iPhone. So we'll see if we can get Diane to take a picture of this tomorrow on the mannequin. You'll be able to see, or on me. But anyway, now I got a question for you. Since we're just kind of visiting today. Would you split these links and maybe put some connectors in like this? Or like this? I think I like pink best because it picks this up if I was to do it. What do you guys say before I do it? What do I do? Put a mirror on the table. Marsha, that's so simple. That's so simple, it's crazy. Yeah, jeez. You know what? I know where there is one too. In my suitcase. There's a mirror. Beverly says don't do it. Melissa says she likes it simple the way it is. That's good. Light pink's cat eyes bees. That's good. Nancy's got thumbs up. Maureen says she likes it. That's 4 people like the way it is. Debbie says I would not do it. Karen says I like it plain. Jan says I would leave it with the chain only. Well, there you go. We must have had 7 or 8 people there who said no, don't do it. Okay, I guess I'm done. And guess what? This is long so it can go over my head and I don't have to use a clasp. Now, how do you guys feel about that? Personally, for me, I will probably go ahead and separate this and put a clasp on because to me it just kind of looks more finished. But you really don't have to, and adding the clasp and your labor is going to make it, if you're going to sell it, cost more. So that's something to think about, but you don't need it to have a clasp, unless maybe you got your hair done or something, but you know, it doesn't.
Yeah, that's true.
But you know what? It's long. I mean, it goes way over my head. Well, it could mess my hair up a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the reason why to put it on.
Yeah, it depends on people's heads and
no, that'll be the reason
hair.
why to do it. Yep, Marcia, till next week, we will have what do you buy? What's it called? Mirror. We'll have a mirror. I'll tell you what. This is the convergence of the Congress of great minds here, isn't it? You saved me from myself, because I would have probably split this chain. Yeah. Betty says, I like it long, easy, on and off. They seem unfinished without the class. However, there are people that don't care about the class. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel, Gloria. It's like a lot of people could care less. But yeah, it does seem a little fishy. You know, if some of you have tags to mark your stuff, I know Gloria has some. Yes. You know, you want to put it somewhere, and that's where you would put it. So.
At the end.
Now, Marcia says she likes not having to do a clasp. Oh, there's something, especially for someone who has arthritis. Cindy says she thinks it looks more professional with a clasp. Just my opinion, looks classier with clasp. Well, there you go. You guys saved me from putting any connectors in it, but you told me to get myself a clasp and put it on. So there you go. This is great. All right, I'm going to put this one aside, and I will put a clasp. And I'll get Diane to take some pictures tomorrow, because Javi doesn't hang around too long after she gets done with the video. Her day's pretty much over until then. She comes and works in the morning. Yep, she says. Okay, so let's talk about one more here, or two, or whatever. Let's see how our time's. Oh, we're doing good for time, I think.
Yeah, we are.
Well, it's 5:26. Anyway, we'll talk about it a little bit more. Now this one, on this piece, where are my extras? I think they're in here. It might be good for you to see it, you know, with nothing on it, unadorned, so you can see what I'm talking
You
about.
have the other piece at the bottom?
No, I don't have that, but mostly it's about this piece when you make it. Have you guys used this to make a necklace? I've used this piece to make bracelets. I bend it.
I've seen some people put it on the creative group with this piece.
Yeah.
But they have made a beautiful necklace out of it.
I love collaboration, Francis. Me too. It's the best. Is a large ceramic rose called bisque on site? Yes, it is. And we have lots of them. Lots and lots.
It's under the
we
flower
have
section?
Yeah, and it's under ceramic flowers. Under
yeah.
ceramic flowers, which is under brass flowers and leaves. You know that navigational bar that goes across the top of the site? It calls out the different sections. Go to brass flowers and leaves, click on it, and then click on ceramic flowers. I think we have about 2 pages of them. We have a lot of them. Marcia says, I love that stamping. Have used it with cerulean to make necklaces. I've used it with cerulean too. In fact, here I used it with cerulean. These are all set in cerulean. I did it that way this time. What size pearls did I use on this piece?
They were from that little kit one.
Yeah, they're from that kit. You guys, I've told you about that kit before. Where did I put it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Me either.
Oh wait, there's one in here.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, it's this kit. For those who don't know about it, these are flatbacks, cabs, and they're just stuffed full of them. And I use ones that appear to be 8-10 millimeter maybe, but there's smaller ones than that in here too. They've just got big to little, and this is just so cool because it opens up. You can choose what you want and then clamp this down, and look at this. They ain't coming out of there. I mean, it is secure. So these are, you know, if you guys use a lot of pearls in your work, man, you want one of these. And we do happen to have a good many of them right now, so that would be good. She says, that would be short with added beads and neck chain. Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you why, yeah. Do you see, it has these little ears here. Now, if you want to make this long, you can do it. You'd probably have to start with chain, and go from there, and then just go straight up, and hope that it hung right. But I don't think it's gonna. I think if you just a chain like from here to here, say you're using these, chain from here to here, it should hang right, and you're gonna have to make it long, or it won't. And then you need to do a drop if it's going to be long for sure, because that will weight it. So probably something like, but I don't know. I don't like the bisque roses real long. So basically what 1928 did with it is that, yeah, they did make it short. What is the measurement of the piece? Tell me which piece, C. Lombard, and I will tell you.
I think she's talking about
this one?
that piece.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give it to you I'm going to give it to you in inches, although I usually do it in millimeters.
Yep.
It is about 2 inches up and down, and then it's about 1.25 inches at the widest part. Okay, so that gives you an idea. So probably what I would do with this, we'll just lay it out so you can see. This is what I'm thinking about doing, although I may not do it right here. I am thinking about doing this, and this, and this, and this, and just making it go around the neck. Maybe 17, 18 inches, no more. But then on the other hand, I look at this and I'm like, maybe it needs something a little chunkier, so I don't know. You guys tell me.
Chunkier?
I don't know that I'll use this color, but this is something beads a little bit bigger. What do you think? Beads a little bit bigger. Go like that. Or I say, ooh, yes, I like that. You like this?
Or the previous one.
Or the pink ones. Or I'm thinking, would it be better to do these first? I don't know, I'm kind of liking that idea. And then going from there to this.
Somebody said I like the other beads.
You like the bigger ones? This ones? You like these? See, they pick up a little pink because I have AB rondelles in them, which I'm going to have to put more on the site. I've got a big pile of them here. You want to be jealous? Here, look at this. But you know what? I don't get to keep these. About half of these are going on the site very shortly because we're a little bit low, so I can't keep all those and withhold them from my dear friends. So you like it like this? Is that good? I like to scale a little bigger with that focal. I do too, Karen. I think sometimes when you do a chunky focal, if you go wimpy with what goes around the neck, it's like it's odd. You know, it looks odd. I like the pink to start from the pendant and do a larger, longer wire wrap. Okay, I could get something else out and do that. I like the pink. I like the pink. Denise likes the pink. Drool. I like the pink. Okay, others are saying do the pink first. Okay, how about if we do this? This is fun, isn't it? I think it is. Gets me off the hook a little bit too, because we just get to work things out together. Because I didn't have anything done. I was writing yesterday, and I was having like block, and it took me twice as long to get done than I want. You like it like this? Think this is good? Put another one. Yeah. Should we go around like this? Now the only thing is once you get it up close around your neck, if you have pieces that are too long, like maybe this one, it's gonna like kink up, stick up.
I just do halfway.
You do it half. So you would go this far and then just do chain?
Chain, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's smart. You know what? And that's smart, Javi. I'm glad you brought it up. That's smart because by that time nobody's going to see it anyway.
Exactly.
And it is more comfortable to wear than beading it the whole way. But if you're going to bead it the whole way, which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that, then you're going to have to watch you don't get your sections too big once you get up around the neck. You might want to just do like one bead, you know, like rosary chain style or something. What do you think about this chain? I think it's pretty, huh? I wish I had more. I think I know where I can get some of this. This is a rhodium plate, which is awesome. It came from 1928. They had this chain years ago because it's got a barrel clasp sticking on the one end. So they plated this eons ago, and it looks like they plated it yesterday. I wish they were still plating, but they had to give that up. So, anywho, connector between the big segments. Yeah, we could do that too. We could do that too. Let's just scoot it up. Let's see. Try it for Karen. I'm not sure I like this as well, but let's see what the rest say. You know, a lot of it just ends up going to personal preference at the end of the day, right?
It should go pink, connector, pink.
Yeah, pink connector, pink, she says. She says,
that's what I'm reading
she
from the comments.
She says, ditch those. Okay.
Ditch the gray.
And then do this. What do you think? I don't know, I just think it needs a little bit of some kind of chunkiness in there. What do you think? Small beads around the neck, top tip. That's perfect. I like the metal connector better. Agree with Beverly. Looks great as this. So like this? No connector, Marcia says. Take the white out. Okay, I did. Yes, like this. Do this. I like that. I'm looking up in my iPad to see. Yeah, I think that's a good design. So, you know, if I signed this piece, I would have to say Beads Boutique's Creative Group. Because I didn't make it all myself, did I? She, like Joan says, she thinks it was better before. Well, let's face it. we're never going to make it all good for everybody. Karen said something interesting though. She said, what if you did a smaller chain inner, like do it a double? Like Javi did hers the other day. Like what if you
Yeah, that would be a good
went
idea.
like,
Just put bigger
like
jumpers
here to here, just a little something something. I like that accent. To here. This is kind of hard. Sometimes when you do something like this, it's kind of hard to conceptualize until you see it worn. And once you see it worn, you're like, oh yeah, oh yeah. This is a good design thing. Also, you know, I think this is a little over the top, but some people do it. You could take another piece of the skinny chain and come down from probably here, because it's going to get up around your neck too far. Probably here or maybe from here.
Yeah.
And you could make a long chain and just hanging. I like it just like this. Shorter sometimes is better, right? That's why we all make different presets. That's right. Cindy likes it. She says the second chain really makes it. Okay, well I'm going to have to go ahead and do this one tonight so we can get a picture tomorrow and share it. And Gloria likes it. That's good. I love the double chain. Betty says she likes it. It looks charming. Oh, we like it to be charming too. That's good. We like it to be enchanting. That's what Betty likes to say. I think that's so sweet. I love that. So, anyway, I'm going to finish it later. How's that? It's getting to be 5:37. We're supposed to be here for an hour. Can you believe it? How fast our time has gone? That's crazy. That's amazing. But I think we figured out some good stuff about placement and sizes. You know, this is the type of stuff that you don't see in most jewelry making videos. They don't give you this kind of tip. They leave you for you to figure it out yourself. But, you know, they say the multitude of counselors. That's what it says in the Bible. It's a multitude of counselors. Then you get good ideas. And you have a bunch of people come together and throw their ideas into the pot, and then you get a really good, you know, mix of things, and it works out great. So
Maria Danka said, could you put the chain on the outside on each side of the pendant instead?
like here?
Yeah. Yeah, you could put a chain from
Yeah,
here to
to here.
here.
Yeah, we could do. Let's see what it looked like. I don't think I'm gonna like that, but
No, but if you didn't, you know, had the other chain on top.
if you don't have the other chain on top, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what I
this is gonna be here. These are gonna hook here.
I want to see how it looks. It's pretty
So okay.
tight.
So if you did it under, I don't know. You know, the only thing we could do is try. You know, you could make it festoon style like that. You do this and this, and then you could hang a little bit like loop in it. But I don't know. Maybe that's overkill. You know what, Maria? I'll try it. I have a shorter piece here that I can go ahead and try. I won't lose anything by cutting it. So fast time, but loads of fun. Thank you, Miss Gloria. You're loads of fun yourself. You really are. Do you have the chain in stock? No, Leslie, I don't have this chain. This was snips and of stuff that Mel gave me when I was over there. So I was just poking around trying to find the right kind of chain to use today to do the demo. I hate to use anything I don't have, because then I show you this pretty stuff and then I can't get it for you. If you would kit these pieces without instructions, you would have no two alike. That's true. They'd go look at the video, right? Because we did the video on this the other day. Only thing, I didn't have this piece here. I had the other piece that I put with a spoon. This one. I had that one here. And then I didn't have this piece. Yeah, you know, I would love to do kits, but I get kind of stymied about kits. I don't know exactly what to make for people. And it's a great investment in time to design a kit, make sure people are clear on how to put it together, and then pack it to make sure you count everything and everything's in there. Because nothing's worse than when you get a kit and the parts aren't all there. So I kind of resist that, but I've had a few kits. We'll see. But anyway, you can see right here what to do. And all these pieces are easily found. I don't have SKUs for, oh, here he comes. Here he comes walking down the street. All of these pieces are in the old silver section of the Bisou by 1928 section.
Yep.
So just go there and click on that and scroll. You won't have to go too far to find these. They're there, and everything that I have used is in very good stock. Everything that was in the video on Friday is in decent stock. Unless somebody bought me down, but I do know we have stock. So if you're interested in doing your version, come and get it. We'd love that. So, yeah, where is he? Yeah. What are the shiny pink beads? Oh, these? They're the cotton beads, Noi. I don't know if you got them yet, but we only have like 20 packs left, so you want to go, just put into the search box cotton, and it'll bring them up. So you won't have to go hunting for them. Okay? So anyway, I wanted to show you one more thing before our time together is over. Ooh, I hate to leave you. You guys are so much fun. You know, you remind me of when I have my workshop. The workshop's a lot like this, isn't it, Gloria? And let's see who else. Karen was there. It's a lot like Marcia has been at the workshop before a while ago. It's like this at the workshop. A lot of fun and camaraderie. And you know what? You make friends that will be your friends your whole life. Really and truly. And Honey's there.
No, I'm just reading somebody's comment.
Oh, what did they say? 19 packs. Fran just grabbed one. Why am I not surprised? Yeah, Carol's been to, what, 3 of them, I think, Carol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fran's been to one.
Yeah.
Sometime Fran has to come back, because I'll tell you what, she is a pistol. She's life of the party. Fran is. Anyway. Oh, Marcia says, please come join us for the bi-monthly challenge you have through next Sunday. That's right. So you got a whole week to pull it off. And guess what? You could be the winner of the challenge. So that's very good. So anyway, this is what I want to show you before I go. Now, you know we have some screaming good sales this week. You know what? Javi, get me a little piece of paper so I can write this down for them if you would.
Yeah.
Give me paper and pen so I can write them down so they can see them. I have to, you know, we talked about this, and I have to limit the times that I have really big discounts, which for me 25% is a big discount, because I've gotten myself in a little bit of trouble from giving a little too much away. Although the gifties, you know, that's not a big deal. It's just, you know, every order. But I want to do something special this week because it's the last hurrah of summer, and I want you to be inspired. I want you to come over and get the stuff you need for your fall projects. The workshops are in Ohio, in Columbiana, Ohio. Ohio in May, yeah. It's the week after Mother's Day and before Memorial Day. It's always that week, and we're booked in for next year. We will be there, and I will be your teacher for 3 days again. So anyway, here are your discounts. Now, this today and tomorrow, you get this one, 10%. There's no space here. It just looks like it. 10%. No spaces. I maybe should write it again. 10%. Put this in the coupon box when you come shop with me today or tomorrow, and you'll get 10% off your order, and there is no minimum, which I almost never do. No minimum. Any order, any size, put that in there, you get 10% off. Okay? Then when you get to $50 after discount, so if you've used your 10% coupon, you might have to work a little bit harder, you know, so that you still are showing $50 in your cart. When you're still showing $50 in your cart, you get free U.S. shipping. And let me tell you, that's worth something. Sometimes folks will come in and they'll get 2 or 3 bead mixes and this and that and the other thing. We got to go priority with that box. It won't fit. It's too heavy to send first class. So right there, that's worth $7. And you guys can get whatever you want. You know, that's our problem, not yours. So I'm just saying what kind of a value it is. So you get free U.S. ship. At $50. Also, there's the rhinestone expansion bracelet, not necklace, that you get at $50. Free bracelet at $50. For you guys only. You could double that up with gifties, and here's how. I'm going to show you. I have a number of these made up. If I run out, I can make more. But if you say,
Oh, sorry, I double knotted them.
that's okay. You could say video. Just say video.
Video gifty.
Or just video or video gifty, whatever you want to put into the memo of your order. When you're still showing 50, you'll get that expansion rhinestone bracelet. That's today only. It's not going to be tomorrow, I don't think. I don't know. It depends how many I have left. But anyway, you'll get that, and then you'll get this stuff in a nice bag. Say bag. You're going to get some beautiful check Preciosa crystal AB chain. You're going to get a whole foot of it. You guys know, when you're doing cerulean and stuff like that, you can cut this up and you can make it go a long, long way. So that's nice. Then you're going to get 10 of these, which I found over at the factory. They're cut crystal on ball end head pins, and they're twisted so you don't have to do it. They're ready to go. Mr. Bernini had a special order from David's Bridal. I think David's Bridal went out of business, but he had it. I guess they didn't pick it up, so anyway, I got it. And then you will also get, see how he has these all wrapped up beautifully, so they won't be damaged. You'll get this little flower, and then you'll get this big flower. Little and big. And then you'll also get something very special from 1928. You will get 2 18 by 13 cameos of Manor House, which is one of my favorite lines. I don't know with the glare if you can see. Let me move them down here. Maybe you can see them better. Move them down here. See them better, maybe? So you're going to get all this stuff too. But that's tonight only, and you have to ask for it. If you don't ask for it by putting video in the memo, I'm sorry, you won't get it because they won't know. So anyway, you're going to get this, and you'll also get that rhinestone expansion bracelet too. You know, between the two, that's probably worth about $15 retail. So that's nuts, basically, but you're getting that because I appreciate that you guys took time to watch this video. So if you can do a $50 order for me, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get a tremendous amount of stuff free, and I'm not going to be able to do this again quite like that for a while. Although I might do some wild and crazy stuff for you guys once in a while. But I can't. You know, sometimes you have to learn what your limitations are. You know, but tonight, it's yours, baby. So, you know what? Yeah, who said that? Challenge it. Do a challenge with this stuff. Yeah, Karen, I was thinking the same thing. We could do it if anybody's in the group and they want to get, if they get this package, they could do, we could have a challenge with it if you want. So, yeah, Karen did save a ton. Let me tell you what, she's not lying. She did. So, there's one more code too, and that's going to last all day tomorrow. The 10% code lasts all day tomorrow, and the free shipping as always. We're going to have the free bracelet as long as it lasts tomorrow. If you get this tonight, you get it, for sure. I'll make sure of it. And then, if you get $100 worth of stuff in your cart, put in this code.
Yeah, here's the code.
Oh, she meant, okay.
I don't know if
The
they're gonna
code
be able
is
to see it.
the code is labor.
It's right
Oops,
there.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you can read
I didn't mean to mark you. Can you see it? Put in code labor. When you have 100 up,
There you go.
and you'll get 25% off today and tomorrow.
Might have to put it down a little bit.
So okay, put it down.
There
She
you
said
go.
bring it down a little bit. Bring it down. Bring it down.
All caps.
All caps. No, Karen, you're not throwing it. I can't not throwing it to your order from last night. We don't go retroactive on the goodies for this thing here. But don't worry, you're getting plenty. You're getting lots of good stuff. I know a lot of people will ask, can you? I just ordered yesterday. Can you do it? No, I can't. This is just for tonight because I can only do just so many. So, but that doesn't mean, you know, don't order on Saturday because I might not have anything going forward. So I like to cut you guys a special little deal if I can because, you know, you took time to come over and watch it. But anyway, that's where we're at. So, go big or go home. Oh, darn, well, then another will be coming. Well, I didn't do it for that reason, Karen, but you know I take care of you. I always do. I take care of all you because I love you. I mean, literally, I do. You guys are what make it possible for me to do what I do. And then we get to craft together, make pretty things.
Mm-hmm.
I try to bring in unusual things that you can really use, that people will really buy, and, you know, stuff you can sell, and stuff that's practical. I don't want to bring trashy stuff in. Somebody wrote me earlier and said, oh, I don't know, she was asking about our plating finishes. He said, how come they cost so much more than other people's? I said, well, I don't really know that they do, but if they do, it's because I use a very high-end plater. I don't use a junky low-end plater so where I can get a cheaper price, make a bigger profit, and give you guys a crappy finish. I don't believe in it. So I actually make less money so that you guys can get the pieces at a practical price. If you guys knew what that silver finish cost, you'd gag. There's many a time I open a box of brass that just came back from the plater. The bill is over $1,000 for the plating, not even for the brass. It's expensive. So, but I don't want anything else. I tried something else. I tried a tin finish, what they call white tin finish, which isn't bad. It's what they put on zinc a lot of times, and it held up nice, but no one wanted it because nothing beats our silverware finish. So anyway, hey Maud, how you doing? So anyway, yeah, Karen's in Texas too. Texas girls, love them Texas girls. So anyway, I just wanted to say, if it's not your week to shop, don't sweat it. There's always a good deal. There's always new stuff coming in. I'm hoping sometime later this week, I will be able to start doing bead mixes again. As I brought home some beads from over there. In fact, they should be arriving if he shipped them out last week. And then I can make some more mixes. And I have some beads coming from another place too, so we'll be able to do some more bead mixes. And Diane wants to do a special one. She's going to call it tuxedo or something. She wants to do black and white, gray, and pearl. Yeah. So we'll see how that looks too. That sounds interesting. And anytime you guys have a color combination you like and I haven't tried it yet, hey, share it with me. I want to hear it. I love doing these bead mixes. That's like my therapy. Putting those together. I love them. So we'll have some new ones of that soon. And oh, there's some other, ball end head pins. I think Colleen was asking about them last week. I got some. I'm getting brass, ox, and silver. They're coming in, but they won't be here for a couple of weeks, I don't think. And in the meantime, I've been searching for a manufacturer so that I can get them for less money. And I can share that savings with you, hopefully. So I think I found somebody. We'll just have to see what we can do. You make me happy in so many ways, Maria Danko. I'm really happy that you're with us. So anyway, guys, get your names on here. Say something real quick. I'm going to give you like another 30 seconds. And here's the chicken. Have you guys seen Javi's big chicken? If you came to the last workshop, you saw it. It's like mega.
It's an orange chicken.
Yeah, it's an orange big chicken. This guy's a baby.
Now, if you put them all over, I should buy like 20 baby ones and put them on my kitchen.
You know, Javi, then I would say if you bought 20 big rubber chickens and put them in your kitchen, I would say you have been here too long and finally went nuts, right?
No, I do.
Because you know Aunt Brenda's a nut.
Like it, so he gets
Aunt Brenda's a nut. Robbie always says Donna's nuts.
No, I want to do it because I'm thinking my cat
when Brenda and Donna were together, it was really nuts. You guys remember that? Some of you guys have been around here for a while. Remember Donna? I want to get her back over here sometime just for giggles. She's a riot. She's a bona fide riot. Okay, guys, I'm going to go. Fun time together, Jesus. That's for sure, Joan. A big loud chicken. That's right, Carol. We'll have it. Thanks, C. Lombard. Thanks, everybody. I just love you so much. Hugs and kisses. You guys have been great. Yay! I'll tally these up, find out how many came, and we'll have a winner in an hour or two, okay? Maybe after I make chili. Love you all. Come back next week. And here are your codes. So I'll leave that on the screen before she shuts it off. Here it is. Let me pull it down here. Come on. There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.
That was fun.